So it's intimated to me that I should resign. And when I did, it sent shockwaves throughout the facility that I worked with. They told me, they said, when you turn in your resignation letter, everybody was like, oh my fucking God, this guy's resigning. People were looking at me funny, and again, I turned in a resignation date, and then I amended that resignation date, and again, not a single person told me. So I ended up showing up for work thinking I had one more week to go because I amended it because I was stupid, and I told them why I amended it because if I stayed another week I would get some sort of contract bonus. I figured for all my hard work they would give me the courtesy of letting me working through my contract bonus, my seniority bonus. They didn't. I showed up for work thinking I got another week to work, and they made me sit through lineup. Didn't say a word. Then I went to the deputy warden herself and said, how come my name wasn't called in lineup, DW? You don't work here anymore. What? You let me walk into this facility with a badge on and uniform, and you're telling me I don't work here anymore now? I'm already here. I'm in lineup. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to work. Nah, sorry, Samino. We shouldn't let you in. You don't work here anymore. So, like Jim Ignatowski from the old Taxi TV show, I said, okie doke. I don't work here anymore. And they were, the way it's supposed to work is they're supposed to send an escort with you, clean out your locker, and you're escorted out the front door. And the guy who was supposed to escort me out didn't want to escort me out. He looked at me and said, I'm not escorting you out. Get the union president to do it. That's what I get for 11 fucking years. That's what I get for 13 years of service. I'm not escorting you out. Fuck you. Union president will take you out the door. Broke my ass for these people. Broke my ass for them. Came back from the worst tragedies, the worst beatings, blood, sweat, and tears. People hated my guts for reasons I didn't even understand. You have to remember, my brain's still cloudy. I'm working on like 25% brain. I graduated college on 25% brain power. I didn't have my full wits about me. I didn't have my full senses about me. I only knew how to do one thing: corrections and write papers. Rudimentary political science papers. I did some advanced work and did it and got A's and stuff. But I still wasn't all there. I was just barely functioning on a basic level. I wasn't dating. I had no social life. I would go home and cry. I would work a shift, go home and cry, and it got so bad at the end that I would make up excuses to get out of going to work. It got so bad at the end. And that's how they treated me at the end. They got the union president instead of the guy who was supposed to escort me, because they knew I wasn't going to do anything. They knew they didn't even need to escort me. I was going to follow. I was going to do what I was supposed to do. I wasn't going to be bitter or anything about it. I was going to walk out like a man, which is what I did. Cleaned out all my shit. I had all my shit ready because I knew I was going to leave in a week, or at least what I thought was a week. So I had all my shit in my locker ready to go. Took off my uniform, gave them everything they issued me, ID, badge, and all that stuff. Laid it all nicely on their desk and said, see you later. One guy came up to me and said, we want to take you out to dinner. And I was like, after that, you want to take me out to dinner? I'm like, nah. Because they didn't really want to take me out to dinner. They wanted to get dirt as to why I resigned, because I wasn't talking to anybody at the time. Because I didn't trust anybody. Because I didn't know what happened to me 5 years earlier when my brother freaked out on me and I ended up getting picked up by some sheriff in Virginia. I still didn't know. Still couldn't figure it out. I went from up to way down to now I'm up and I'm being told to leave now. I still didn't know what was going on. So after that painful separation, I took a year off. I didn't do anything. I just sat in my apartment. I had my college degree, and I said, well, might as well do it. I said, okie doke. I woke up one day and said, okie doke. Time to do something else, I guess. After a year of I ended up confronting my parents, and I hit them both. I almost think the whole thing was orchestrated so that I would kill them both. I was being sent messages. I'll talk to my grandfather about things sometimes, and that they never talk directly about what they want from you. That's not how they do it. They never talk directly about what they want from you. It's all from here. You got to pick up on their context clues and just regular talk, regular diction. You have to get the sort of subliminal feel from what they want you to do. That's how I knew to resign. No one told me to resign. It was always a hint here or there. You're working on another job? And of course he was breaking my balls, my grandfather, in the interim, because he knew I had ambitions. I just talked about maybe I want to be a state trooper. Take the state trooper test. I didn't get anywhere near the top needed to get into the class. I could almost predict I wasn't going to get in. I didn't even know why I went to take the test, to be honest with you. I don't even know why, because he told me to take it. My grandfather. He must have known I was never getting in. I knew I was never getting in. But I was hanging on to some sort of hope that he knew what he was doing, and he was trying to help me and guide me through this. And boy, was he trying to help me and guide me through it. He was trying to sick me on my parents. It was never about me. He never cared about me. He just wanted to use me to get at my parents. Like I said, they were bad drunks. I had a girlfriend with a dog one time. I went out to work. I put my hat on, my corrections officer hat. Kind of looks like a police hat. That dog loved me. That dog and I mean, big fat Rottweiler, and we were like two fat happy buddies. We'd fall asleep on each other, right? With me and this dog. And that dog saw me with that hat on, and that son of a bitch came flying down the steps. I swear to God, if I didn't close that door in time, he would have ripped my throat out. He had a Pavlovian response to me putting that hat on. It was amazing to see. I mean, it really was Pavlovian. It was a stone cold trigger. Kill trigger. The dog came, it was a junkyard dog in Philly. Some cop must have kicked it or beat it or something. Beat the dog. So when I put my hat on, it triggered him. Never wore a hat around that dog again. But we were still like thick as thieves there. That was the irony. It's just a hat. Take the hat off. Me and that dog we're smoking. We're getting along swimmingly. I lost my train of thought. I'm thinking about that dog. So now I'm thinking, now I'm the big fat Rottweiler. You know what it's like to go through all that, try to earn your dignity back, try to earn your self-respect back, and now you're the big fat Rottweiler. You're going to get back at the people who hurt you. But I didn't. I did. I gave them one slap each, one hit each. And then I walked out of the house, my parents' house where they were living. They had moved from the other house that they were living in because my parents were such sick lunatics that they had to keep moving because the cops kept coming to their house. And my dad kept getting away with it. He was a cop. He kept getting away with everything. Battery's getting low.